Okay, what a great question today. Such an important question, maybe the most important question that could be asked today. In education, we learn Gemara all day. Is this enough? Should we be learning something else? And if so, why is it only Gemara? And the reason why this is perhaps the most important question that could be asked is because when it comes down to it, every single experience that we have is based on our perspectives on life. Because much more than whatever we experience practically, the question is, what are our frameworks for processing what we experience to understand what we're going through? You got two people who go through the same thing, and to each of them, the experience is completely different because they understand different things about that. And so much more important than where a person is in life, what a person's circumstances are, or what a person's personality is like, characteristics, is how does the person think? How is the person educated? Because that's going to be the lens through which they filter and process and ultimately experience and therefore feel, react or respond to every single thing that they go through, every single moment of their lives. So in a certain sense, education is the most important thing. And education doesn't just apply to children, to adolescents, to teenagers. Education is your whole life. At any given moment, a person who wants to make a change can actually start to revisit some of the perspectives that they use to approach and to process the world. And in almost sometimes very short order, everything can change. And so this question about education and is what we're learning enough, it cuts to the absolute essence of every single facet of our Judaism. Because if we come out that the answer is, well, not really, right? And that there are certain basic frameworks that we might be missing. So then, of course, that's going to show up symptomologically, right? There are going to be symptoms of that fundamental lack that show up across the whole spectrum of Judaism. And you're going to find many, many issues that are being experienced either on the part of teenagers or adults in many different avenues and areas of life are not actually problems in and of themselves, but can actually be seen as symptoms of this fundamental issue. And so this is the most important question. If anybody knows me a little bit, this is what I spend my entire day. I think the expression here is banging on about, and I'm extremely passionate about this. I speak about it all the time. I've written, Baruch Hashem, a number of books on the topic. This is my whole life. My whole entire life is this issue because I feel that it is the most important issue that sits at the core of all the other issues that we're facing, which may be seen again as symptoms of this fundamental issue. So this is part one. I haven't said anything yet. I'm just introducing this topic. This will be a couple of different videos, hopefully a bit of a mini series, if that's okay. Hopefully shorter videos, and we're going to end this video in a minute. But just to introduce the topic and to let people know this is not an innocent question that appears on the surface. This is an absolutely fundamental question because all the other questions with all of the other answers, with all the other ideas are going to be ultimately filtered down through the answer to this question. Because based on what we know, that's how we're going to process all of the other information. And depending on our consciousness, depending on our perspectives, everything can change, and everything could be one way or it can really be another way. Okay, so as Hashem, in the next video, we'll start to open up the topic a little bit more. Thanks for listening, and I'm looking forward to taking this brief, short journey with all of you. Thank you so much for being a part of this incredible group, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.